house. Like, no beams are coming his way. They don't want this fight, child. They don't want it, but Noah wants it, and he's going in.
They have to take it regardless. That was the perfect time to go for a three-way beam, but no one even peeks. Now Noah Riley is going to pick this apart. A hot knife through butter all the way to the bottom of these builds, but he doesn't even want to break it down. Going all the way up, pull some personal to Clement. He wants to get inside that box. This man is not only looking to win the fight, but looking to toss some disrespect in the setup. That Floki Clement have reason just walks all the way up. And these guys look scared. I'm not sure what it is, but Zipto's left behind. A 3v2 situation. The classic Noah Vidil pinch about to happen while Reason makes sure Ziptos doesn't go through. Now he drops down and participates as well. I mean, what is this? I've never seen Floki Clement and Deceptos be on the defensive so bad in Pleasant Park.
And these are great fighters. Decepto has been on a hot streak this season, been really solid solo with a lot of solo clutches. He is no slouch in himself right here, but when you're in the target on the eyesight of Noah Riley's trio, you just become a pub fodder on essentially, man. It is what you become.
I mean, we keep saying that Pleasant's uncontested, but I guess that's like kind of wrong, right? If this is going to be happening every single game, you're definitely going to be running into a God trio rolling with you, who's looking to fight and looking for that upgrade station around the same time that you are as well. So definitely some issues in the early game that Deceptos has to kind of get over, all inside the same house. No fireflies. Just, yeah, there's the gas canister. I was waiting for something to roll through on the wood builds, and now they're basically on a timer in this house. Gonna have to move through. It'll take a while though, so let's check in with Guild Gamut Trio, Thomas HD and Nas Flick. Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. When you have position, go for the punish. Nas, I'm not sure how he didn't even lose that shield. Fastroki, Ardent Pizza looking for revenge. This trio got usurped, I believe, in the last game by Thomas Flick and Nas. They were rolling through all the way on height, or it might have been 2 games ago. They went for big shots, and now they set up a trap to kind of get some revenge. Pizza, the low on HP, the same as Flick. It's even both ways through. Fastroki, the healthiest of this trio, all the way on height. It's gonna be a rough and very dirty fight. It's isolated though. No one can really interrupt Sancho. They're gonna see this feud through.
You're seeing the engages break on dead side rotations. That was a great position from Fastroki coming out of Lazy Lake, going to their Storm Surge location there to look for anyone doing a dead side. And that's Thomas HC and Nas and Flick, always doing dead side rotations. They're coming from Dirty Dogs, remember, the Danish Dogs. Right now, they're running into, that's the kind of thing you deal with. If you go for high ground, you expend so much mats. And once you get taken off, you get kicked off that pedestal, you're basically instantly in shambles. And any team that's been sitting at mid ground will look really solid.
This dirty fight still rolling through. And yeah, it's kind of coming in slow for Flick, Thomas, and Anas. You can see the stat on the left side of your screen. Historically speaking, they have slow starts. This is the fastest we've seen so far, even losing this fight. Flick going down. They shouldn't be too shaken up. Rolling in on the 2-day format. Pizza traded. I mean, guys, the zone's gone away. There's a Fortnite game to play, but they don't care. They're still locking in, and they're making sure this feud goes the whole way.
And now the distance is Podosai. I have to wonder where Podosai is doing. He's still a lone survivor as Thomas HD gonna have to dip into the meat. A new addition into this primal season. Just enough but here, but he's gonna have to get these eliminations to get as much heals as possible, because after this he has a long trek here. Now down to only 7 builds, armed with a purple pump. All it takes is one big shot, a critical shot, and he could survive this. No! Critical shot denied. Fastroki moves on through.
What is Podosai doing?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
He rolls into the fight. I'm like, yo, cool angle. I guess you were like dodging the storm.
Just
and like
keep going,
you're
dude,
about to pick up on an Elim. Was he running away from Wolfiez? Maybe
I don't know,
I'm not
dude.
even. What is Wolfiez doing running into the storm?
I don't know.
Either way, this is
so strange.
Strange for sure. And he got pumped hard too. So you know, Fastroki eating even better from the situation. They get 3 Elims, wrap up another. I guess the Nos just went down the storm. Wolfiez is now waiting. What happened on this side of the map? 4 different trios losing teammates, running in the storm. It feels like I'm watching an old version of NA West.
Yeah, and then Podosai, who has been landing in Stealthy Stronghold on this side of the map, man. Stranger things do happen here in the competitive play for FNCS. But what's not strange is Trulix and Jerky and Queasy vying for height. Now we're taking a look here. Jules is all the way on the coastline. It's a very dangerous position to be, if I would say, because it's really rare that zone. I've never seen an in-game go towards those little islands. I have never seen anything like that. It could happen here today. I would not put it past the zone. But now we see Reason down at the skate park here, trying to hold on. Now Wolfiez is going up against a prehistoric foe, and that is a raptor. And I think Wolfiez is in trouble.
Okay, I'm dubbing that the favorite portion of my map. I'm not sure what's going on in this 5th game, but it's clear that a lot of people are having some fun. Wolfie's looking for that last Elim 2 solo player.
Spooky.
Hey, at least give the Raptor a name for the feed, right? That's 2 Elims in the European FNCS so far that they've had. That could be a big one too for Wolfies, right? This man is somewhat close towards that top spot. He's looking to come all the way through and in. Actually having a much more rougher day now that I look back at it, but
I could see the social media post from Wolfies talking about the Raptor, but you know,
no, it's not even that, man. It's just he was already in a position where
he was already in
tough. Reason as well. What's going on over here?
My goodness.
Once again, the pattern continues of these guys having such good starts to tournaments, and then after that, getting so confident in mid-game and end-game fights that they bite off a little bit more than they can chew. Another end game they won't see all the way towards the very end. It's good for the rest of the lobby. They get to be a little bit more calm, but man, how many times can they take this hit before, you know, it gets out of the top 5?
It's called fool's gold, child. You hit a little gold, get a little taste of the glory, and you think, yo, this is our day. But when it comes to FNCS, sometimes it is not going to be. You may have a little bit, an hour of the day, maybe. You just got to hold on to those moments as much as possible and let them go so you could not be blinded going forward here by that fool's gold. Now we're taking a look at everybody that's kind of set in 4th position here for this in-game. And right now, the leader of the pack, Andretta, Mr. Savage, and Revscard looking really good right now, really good. If zone pulls their way, look at that. Look at the mini map. They have so many options, as you see right in front of Andretta's POV, to take tags at anybody making their way.
While they're trying to lead the lobby in points, Trulex, Squeezy, and Jerky are really trying to lead this lobby on high ground. Unfortunately, don't pull a version of zone that they can even work off of. There's another base already built, but I feel like Red Rush has height. It'll be Tomsy actually who's all the way up top. Once again, the Brave and the Bold all the way up top are looking to have another shot at controlling a game, but it was so tricky when that half and half came in. You know, it doesn't matter where your height position is. If you don't get it, you'll have to move.
Right now, the team that doesn't have to move is Andretta as much as possible. They're a little bit, literally, dude, that couple of meters, because we're EU casting, that couple of meters is just enough to be that advantage that you need. Look at
that. Was the 7th and 8th place team having 2 different bases battling for height as they look up in the skies. Aerial warfare down below on land. The soldiers all the way on 2 different fronts. Savage and Revscard are down. It's up to Andretta to clutch this out on his lonesome. Unfortunate for him, they have a few eliminations to make this a game that's actually worthwhile. He could clutch here, but man, only 100 effective HP to work with. No extra heals available in the inventory either. This is trouble.
6 builds and armed with a green pump. Oh my goodness, sneaks in some shots here. Now working on the bottom side, looking to trip up the trio right above here. Gets a knock on Fusion. Big time. That's going to be enough for that Siphon. That kind of answers that question there. How they get the heals here, so now he's picking his way through metal.
What that Elim or basically Knock did, he's not going to get the full Elim for the moment, is put him ahead of Surge. So he has a chance to survive. There's the full finish. It comes in at the perfect time. The Siphon putting him back up to 55 HPs on the backside of zone. Can only take 3 more ticks. He finds a breath of fresh air, drop down back into the builds. He saw glory, freedom for a second, but is imprisoned once again by bullets from Savin on the side. Unfortunate for him all the way on the zone side of this game. Sun taken out on the back as well. Trulex, Squeezy, and Jerky. Definitely light shining for them on height. They have no one to interrupt them for the moment. This could be their game to break into the top 5.
They are very close, though, to the mass that is right below them. I asked what were they going to do. They have decisions to make. I should have known that they're going to stay on height and expend as many materials as possible. There is a team rotating right in front of them on the right side here. Trulex squeezing Jerky here with no eliminations here, only 101 points. They have to get some eliminations to move up the leaderboard, considering they're in 7th place here. An opportunity to get that victory royale is right here. They could seize the moment here. Highcrest getting bullied right there on the backside of Storm. Screwy Expert right now making their way through. Trulex and Queasy and Jerky do not see them. Remember, we have the ability to see x-rays, so they're not be able to see. They're just kind of using their experience to understand where people come through. Mappy, even second from height, gets taken. Actually, he knocks Kaiser. So Mappy almost had an opportunity to take it, but now he has some dealing with on the other side underneath him to deal with. 4ZR, a solo here with 2 elims, total for the team 6. Tayson and Nate are all watching 4ZR to see if he can clutch as zone goes south.
Started top 10. He's also looking to go towards the top 5 slot and go in the last game of the tournament after this one with a very, very sizable gap between everyone between him and below. As the Symptos gets a few more eliminations, there's so many solos available on the downside. Trulex, Squeezy, and Jerky, I feel like are the last trio who are still surviving. Mappy put in the blender, completely taken out on low ground. Sapphic is all the way on the front side, but Queasy and Trulex are not stopping the pressure. 4ZR as a solo player, still on the back, wall to wall against Jerky, but he doesn't get to be seen just yet. A reverse ramp edit makes enough space for him to drop down and reposition. That's glorious. Look at the edits and the builds coming through. He finds another layer where he's uninterrupted. No one's on it. Somehow he has so much freedom to just chill, let the placement roll through, but he'll have to act towards the end of this game.
He has 2 floppers and a med kit. If he wants to make a storm play, it is an option for him. As we've seen Jerky get a knock on Iris here, the high team is trying to close out any hope to make sure that low ground doesn't steal away the victory royale. This is right in their hands right now. Big beams right on time to Stormy's head right now. Trulix has to be satisfied. That is Queasy knocks Siberia, confirms Siberia. Here it is, a top 3 situation. The beams go through, and in a blink of an